day I shipped those brats off to Switzerland.
Hi, Brat.
Hi, Brat. How are you? I'm Isha.
And I'm Keerthi, and welcome to the Huge Brats podcast.
Here we are. You aren't here by accident, so
no, you clicked and everything, so you're in it now, baby.
It was an effort. Don't deny
it. We appreciate it. We
yes,
appreciate
thank
that
you.
Put forth the effort.
Yes.
Isha, how are you? How was your week?
You know, it's been a week. I've been a brave little toaster this week. I mean, I will say I had one kind of mildly, you know what? I think the bratty thing about this is that I wasn't actually embarrassed about this, but
Okay.
a friend of mine called me, and to be clear, they called me while I was trying to finish work. I took the call because I was like, I can multitask, I can do
this. We can do it all.
They're talking to me and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm giving them wow, that's crazy. Like I am giving them like ad lib, insert adjective here. Like I truly just like a line, put the words in. Chat GPT early nascent stages.
Absolutely.
I was not present and they were like, Isha, you are not listening, you are giving the most generic answers. And then they
called you out.
They called me out.
Dude.
And then they quizzed me. They were like, what did I say?
Your friend is giving major brat complimentary. I love that. Pop quiz. What was my story just now? What was my trauma that I asked you to unpack as my friend? I love it.
Unbelievable.
Did you pass the quiz?
No, I was in the correct area, but I did not pass. I did not pass. Right. Yes.
And sometimes that's good enough. You're in the correct area.
Yeah. And most of the time, I'm not. So here we are. Yeah, but that was basically the highlight of my week. Not highlight, but like I've just been working all week. Sometimes you have those weeks, you know what I mean?
I mean, I was just about to say, I feel like that was my week. This has been an uneventful week. Mercury is out of retrograde.
Ooh,
that's great. We love to see that. So I think, we're just slowly picking things up.
Mm-hmm.
I've been more relaxed this week. Just chilling.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Continue. Tell me about your chilling.
Oh, well, that was it. I've just chilled.
Okay.
No brat activities this week for Keerthi. Kept it very, very cute.
I love that. I love that for you. You got to take a week off sometimes. That's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Like brats need to rest and recuperate like the rest of us,
Yes.
It seems like you may think the energy is boundless, but like we must recharge at some point.
Yeah. It has to come from somewhere.
Exactly. That's a lesson to all of you guys.
Yeah.
You need to recharge and rest.
I'm sorry. Am I Lord? Am I solar powered? I don't think so. I need sleep.
I don't think so. We must rest. But you gasped. What caused your gasp?
Because what you said just reminded me of this unfortunate moment where basically it was like a big holiday on Monday for a lot of Hindus, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm working with someone with a meeting, and someone comes up to me in this space that we're working, and they were like, this is terrible. They were like, it's Krishna's birthday, and then they gave me a wrapped chocolate, which like I've never been given a wrapped chocolate as prasad from like you've been to temples before.
Really? You've never gotten a Ferrero Rocher?
You're telling me that you get Ferrero Rochers at temples?
Yeah.
What kind of bougie Glendale ass temple are you?
It's not bougie. To me, a Ferrero Rocher is like so brown coated to me.
I have never gotten.
I get them at people's houses, at temples. No, you get a little, like, you get your banana or whatever, but then let's say it's like a big holiday, you get a little Ferrero Rocher.
You get a Ferrero.
Not bougie. You can buy it at Meijer, so not bougie.
You get chocolate at a temple?
Yum, yum,
what?
Yum.
What? I have never gotten anything beyond like nuts, raisins, like a feta, but like
maybe my temple was special because like they would also get golden raisins, which are the only raisins I like. And that's bougie. Golden
those
raisins
I have
are
seen.
bougie.
Those I have seen.
Yeah, and I love a golden raisin. So like, yeah, you get your golden raisins, your cashews, your almonds, in your right hand, of course. And then it's also like, yeah, I'm gonna grab a banana and a Ferrera while I'm at it, babe.
I can't believe that it's in the mix. It's in the mix with the this is okay. Anyway, I have not been blessed like this. I mean, I've honestly like not even been to a temple in a while, so whatever. But
yeah, I haven't. Yeah, cannot say if the tradition continues to this day at my temple in Dublin, Ohio. But we'll see.
We'll see. You gotta report back. But
yeah, I know. I gotta fly back.
Fly back. It's worth it. Next episode, it's gonna be in Ohio again, just for this. But yeah, so this guy gives me this wrapped chocolate, and he was like, "It's Krishna's birthday," and I'm so out of it that I thought that the woman he was making eye contact with at the table that he was sitting at was named Krishna. So I turned to her and I'm like, it's literally
so funny.
It's literally as you know that scene in Elf where he sees the world's best coffee and he goes in and he's like, "You did it! That was me!" I turned to her and I was like, so "Happy birthday!"
That is so funny. Oh my god, what did she say?
She was
so like, "No, the god, you dum dum."
Yeah. She was so confused, and then I, a split second later, processed what I had just done, and I just start bursting into laughter. So then this woman thinks that I am actively mocking her, right?
No.
So then when I get up to leave, I take the chocolates and I wave bye to her, and she just gives me this stink eye. Just filthiest, dirtiest look I've received in a very long time.
So at worst, you wished her a happy birthday. That's not even bad.
No, she thought I was laughing that they gave me chocolate for like Krishna's birthday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Still though.
Yeah.
Innocent mistake.
Maybe. I mean, I should have, you know what? The plush Krishna toy sitting next to her son who was an adult, by the way, it wasn't like a kid, should have indicated to me.
Right.
They meant
that something was going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm a fool. Oh.
Anyway. Well, at least you got some chocolate out of it.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Krishna.
Yeah. Belated.
Big ups.
Big ups. Oh my god.
Is that sacrilegious? I don't know.
Someone come tell me. I'm like, I think the internet will let us know.
Yeah, please do. Tell me.
Maybe. Don't tell her.
Subscribe.
No, because then they're gonna take away the Ferrero Rochers. And I'll never get to see this. Also, how is it pronounced? Is it Ferrero Rocher? Is it Ferrero Rocher? Is this like LaCroix versus La Croix, even though it's supposed to be LaCroix? Interesting.
Like, okay, so I say it because I couldn't spell it for you, but Ferrero Rocher. Like I say share.
Yeah.
As in
our chanteuse. Oh, wait. Here. Oh, this is the Indian English pronunciation. Let's do this. Let's get international.
Yeah.
Hold on. Ready? Did you hear that?
No.
Ferrero Rocher is the Indian English.
Rocha.
Yeah, this is what she said. I'm gonna say it with her. Ferrero Rocher. Ferrero Rocher. And then the British say Ferrero Rocher. Everyone is saying Rocha.
Rocha.
And then the Americans just fully remix this as we always do.
Yes.
Ferrero Rocher.
Rocher. Okay.
But then why
I like my version the best, so I'm just gonna stick with it.
I like it too. I just need to know why people are saying Rocher. Rocha.
I know, it's like such a gross sound too. I wouldn't want it associated with candy.
It's bug adjacent. It is bug adjacent.
Ugh.
I used to have a real vendetta with dates Not the act of going on dates,
Sure,
like you know, the fruit.
The fruit, of course.
Because
I don't like dates.
Well, I actually like them. I don't like their adjacency to cockroach behavior in terms of how they look.
Yes, in terms of, yeah, I mean, dates, when you get a package of dates, that really, like, grosses me out.
Yeah.
I'm like, because they look like dead roaches. Sorry, dates.
Yeah, and they're so good, but I'm like, it took a while for me to like, and yeah, that's what I'm saying. The wildest thing I got at a temple was maybe a date.
If I got a date, I would leave the temple.
Yeah.
I'd say,
yeah.
my time with you is done.
Not today. Not today.
Not here. In the place where I get gold and raisins.
Yeah, apparently, and like what, gold chocolate, like, basically. In my what does that say about me that I'm like, this is a fancy chocolate? This is luxury.
It literally isn't. I was like, I feel like I've seen this at every function or puja I've been to since the beginning of time.
Okay, so you're just like going to Ambani pujas? Is that what I'm hearing more or less?
Like, if you can get it at your Meyer Kroger, how fancy could it be?
I will say the power of Kroger, I didn't understand until I moved to the West Coast, because you have your Ralphs, you have your whatever version they have in Washington. I didn't know that those are just offshoots of Kroger. I also
they're all secret Krogers.
Yeah. They're secret Krogers. I also said in our last episode that I didn't know that much about Ohio. I failed to include McConnell's ice cream.
Yeah.
One of your best exports.
The thing is, we have, because of the cows, you know, we've got a fair number of them. Yes. We do produce good ice cream.
Yes.
I will say that.
We're very good ice cream.
Very good ice cream. Graders, Jenny's, McConnell's. Like, we're well versed in ice cream. I wish I liked ice cream more so I could enjoy that more. But
this is why you left Ohio.
But it's weird because I love milk. We've talked about this before. I friggin' love milk. And that, I completely attribute to being Midwestern. Like, I understand when people are like, milk's gross. I'm like, yeah, I get it. I get why milk is gross. But you could just give me a tall glass of milk and I will drink it. I love it that much.
I think you have a superpower that is just so rare these days. Because if I could drink milk like that, I probably would. If it wouldn't destroy me, I think I absolutely would. Hold on to that for as long as you can. I know someone who drinks a glass of milk every single day because she feels that her genes are like such that she could very easily become lactose intolerant. So she's like, because I'm not yet, if I drink it every day, I think I could keep this train moving. So is that
how it works?
I have no idea. Neither
how scientifically sound that is, but
neither of us are doctors. But
I'm happy for her to drink that much milk.
Yeah, great. She has a nice tall glass every single day. Do you remember when they were like, what happened? It was like Aubrey Plaza did a Got Milk ad, and people were really mad at her because they were making fun of oat milk in the ad or something like that, or they were saying
I do not remember this.
It was like something with wood chip milk and all of this stuff, and they were like, how could she do this? And I get, you know what? We're not going to have Big Dairy coming after us on TikTok. So
I was going to say Big Dairy sponsor us. Like, I love milk. I will drink milk on camera forever. Buttermilk, I love that shit. Like, I'll drink a glass of buttermilk any day. Big Dairy. I'm a fan.
I think small business dairy sponsor us. Big Dairy.
Okay. Shop local, think global. We get it. Move. Sorry, Keerthi loves corporations.
Keerthi loves fracking.
I've said it before and I'll say it again.
she loves oil anyway.
Turtles, fuck them. Yeah, I hate turtles and love milk.
Yes, hate turtles, love milk.
My platform.
Need my little plastic rings, but anyway.
Yes.
Oh, anyway.
Isha, shall we move on to our brat questions.
Yeah, shall we? Well, so you had mentioned that you had a pretty relaxing week. You had said that Mercury's out of retrograde and
yes.
that maybe something cosmic was going on with you. Is astrology the way that we use it in the US bratty?
Wow, what an interesting question. I would definitely say I'm like 10 toes deep in the astrology world.
Mm.
And it kind of happened, I guess, like I don't know, probably as a result of TikTok, because like now the algorithm just feeds me tarot card readings and
Oh my
astrology
god, yeah.
shit.
It's like he wants to eat your brains.
Yeah, and I'm like,
He
I
loves
guess,
you.
like,
Yes.
yeah. And it'll be like, and it's all happening because of the planets. And I'll be like, okay. But yeah, like, what I find so interesting is that, like, it is so, like, astrology is very Indian, right? So it
Mhm.
is like, and we have more than one zodiac sign, right? And it, like, in like the non-western
Mhm.
view of it, you change your zodiac signs as like your sun sign that we would think about in western astrology,
Yeah,
right?
because it's
Like,
centered around the moon, right? Your
yeah,
moon sign?
yeah, so it's like as you age, your the sign that is closest to you changes as well, but we don't really,
Mm.
or that's not really done in western astrology. And but I don't think it's bratty. I think like the co-opting of it is
Yes.
bratty.
Well, that's what I'm asking, really.
Yes, what the colonization of astrology is bratty. Colonization in general, bratty. I'm
Mm.
gonna say that derogatory, of course.
Yes.
Y'all are demon brats, and so yeah, I mean it's kind of like yoga culture in a way to me, where I'm like, yoga brings people, like, it changes people's lives, right? It like
Mhm.
brings people so much like peace and happiness. So I'm like, any way you can get that, cool. If it resonates
Yeah.
with you, cool. But to me it's like, well, you have to acknowledge where you're taking shit from and not just
Mhm.
bastardizing it for monetary gain, which is what it
Is
so often is.
Well, I also there's Vedic astrology, Indian astrology, and then there's Western astrology. So I mean, I still think the treatment of Western astrology now is a little different. Like it is the TikTokification of it is an
Mm-hmm.
interesting thing, but I think it's because it's I had to get off TikTok because my algorithm just kept showing me all these weird things and just weird messages that I did not want to see at that time. It is an
Yeah, and
interesting, yeah, people treat it like yeah, a form of spirituality, I guess. Interesting.
I think like, especially during the pandemic, I think that's when astrology really like popped off.
Yeah.
Because yeah, you need, at the time when you're desperate to believe in something, you're like, okay, like,
Mm-hmm.
what is that thing? I need to grasp onto a thing. And
Yeah.
I think it's like our generation is very like, not like bereft of religion, but it's like we've watched systems fall apart our
Mm-hmm.
entire like adulthood. So it's
Yeah.
like, what can I rely on? I guess the planets, because they're always going to be there. Like, that's
Yeah.
my unresearched opinion about why this has all happened. But
No,
that's
I
just,
mean, I think that's correct. I think that's correct. And to your point of like, I wasn't raised like a religious, but it is ridiculous that I said happy birthday Krishna and it's literally like Janmashtami, right? Like that's
yeah.
what it's called. I literally was like HBD, yes, which is just
But
yeah.
like, yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, right? Like,
I don't think there's
I,
anything wrong, but I'm not even viewing it from like a religious perspective. It's just like knowledge of like these things that were pretty pivotal growing
right.
up for a lot of people. And I
Yeah.
don't know, did you grow up in a religious house?
I'm I wouldn't say super religious.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my mom is definitely more religious than my dad, and she is the one who
Yeah.
would like really make us go to temple. But I mean, and I went to temple camp growing up. Like, I would say I was definitely more religious when I was younger, or
Mm.
like, because that more of that influence was able to be put on me. But like, I
Yeah.
haven't gone to temple in ages. Like, I don't really seek it out.
Yeah. No, no, fully. And the fact that you even went to like a temple camp, I I only went to temples like occasionally growing up. If I would say we're probably more like culturally identifying with, I guess
Yes.
that's not true. I can't speak for my whole family. I would say that like growing up though, that's how it was. Like I would agree my mom was a lot more practicing than my dad was. I wonder why that is. Are women just conditioned to kind of uphold those traditions a lot more?
Yeah, I think it's like any kind of system that's put in place, women are sort of inserted into it to be
Yeah.
like, and this will be your mindset, and then you
Yeah.
will pass it on to the other girls who are also taught to work within systems.
Yeah. 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 Okay,
Again,
we have to say 10 dumb things now after that
yeah, 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 yeah,
conversation.
yeah. I know. This is too much. Well, okay. Well, this actually to get us into dumb things. Not that these are dumb, but so my question that I've been thinking about this week is are girl groups bratty?
Ooh.
Because I have been watching, here's the backstory. I've been watching the Netflix documentary Pop Star Academy, which is creating this like K-pop-esque, they call it a global girl group, but it's like
Mm.
very much in the style of K-pop girl group. Through this like the trainee program that K-pop stars go through, but like you've got people from all around the world participating in it. And and it's like from the same people who made like BTS and like Le
Mm-hmm.
Sserafim, like all these huge K-pop bands. And as I was like looking at these girls, being exploited out of their butts, and they're only 15, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
But also I was like, okay, why, what girl group besides the Spice Girls has really like popped off?
Mm.
And then I was like, and as I was watching these girls, I was like, these girls are all bratty, like huge compliment, because they're so like, each of them is like a star objectively.
Right.
And when I think of other girl groups like Little Mix or something, I'm like, yeah, the whole like attitude thing that you have to have in a girl group, I think is so brat.
Yes. Oh, it fully is. I mean, I think to your point, since the Spice Girls, I don't know, like, because who comes to mind? It's like, yes, Little Mix, but I don't know. The Pussycat Dolls
Yeah,
had their
yeah, I was just about to
moment.
say the
They very
Pussycat
much had
Dolls.
a moment, but it was still like centered around Nicole, right?
Yeah.
And then I remember like Bewitched and S Club 7
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
18s. I don't know if
Oh,
S
love
Club 7
18s.
had guys in it too,
I
but
think so. Oh, and didn't 18s too? See?
probably because it was like
Mixes.
they would do like Disney ABBA
Yeah, yeah.
songs and stuff like that.
Yeah, very
But
kids
yeah,
bop.
yes. No, I think that's very interesting that boy bands seem to have a different sort of legacy and longevity, and I wonder if that is partly because of how we pivot and pit women against each other in the media also, that like there can only be one even to this day. Now it's not, now it's certainly like less in vogue to do that,
Hmm.
but you still aren't seeing girl groups, although that's not true, right? Like there are bands, there are girl bands, but
They're
not
girl
pop
bands.
groups like that are manufactured, at least not
Yeah.
in Western media. K-pop is a different story altogether.
Yeah, like when I think of a band like Little Mix,
Mm-hmm.
like they come from the Western background of girl groups, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they never, I mean, of course they've had hits and stuff, right? But like they're not One Direction,
No.
right? Like not even holding a candle, right? So I'm like, why? Because I am like, their music is so fucking good. It's all you could want from a pop group, and
Yes.
yet they just never gain that traction. And then I think to your point, it's like then it's, and we automatically build in that narrative of like at some
Mhm.
point these girls will turn on each other because that's what girls do.
Or
They turn
one
on each
one has to be the biggest and the best. I mean, Danity Kane. Remember how good Danity Kane was?
other. Ugh, damaged.
Oh my
I
god.
actually listened to it a couple weeks ago, and it's like a 5 minute song. It's so long.
There
It's
are so
like,
many solos.
yeah, like literally each of them gets one, and you're like, okay, this is like a bit much, but it just reminded me like that was so the culture in like 2007 or whatever. Like you
Yeah.
had 5 minute pop songs, and honestly, to sustain a good song for 5 minutes,
something else.
Olympic level shit. And we gave them no credit.
No, I really loved that era of pop music. This morning, I was listening to a good old JB Fox and T-Pain. I don't know why I NPR'd that, but here we are. Yeah,
just... It was on NPR? What was the segment?
No. This? No. Yeah. Huge Brats on National Public Radio.
Yeah.
No, I remember just thinking that song was so fun and so funny. But I was listening to that, and then I rewound to this Madonna song, and I was listening to it, and there was like something about the intro that was very much giving Marvin Gaye, very much in the vein of a little Pharrell song that may have sampled Marvin Gaye. And then I looked, and the Neptunes had produced it. So I wonder, I'm not trying to remind anyone here, but was that song included in the suit against Pharrell? Because Marvin Gaye's estate, remember? They wanted credit or some sort of, I guess, compensation. I don't know what exactly happened with that suit, but did they include that song? Because that for sure had the same sample, and I will send it to you offline.
I mean, probably, or I would hope so.
Madonna's team is gonna be like, take it down.
Yeah, it's gonna be like, don't uncover this.
Oh my god, it was a great song, but I was like, but how would they? I guess they'd have to go through like all of Pharrell's discography and the Neptunes, right? And just like, actually, I would love that job. I would work in a law office.
I think they would do that.
All right, I'm pivoting to entertainment law, but not even to be a lawyer, just to do the fun stuff like this the very research.
Specific thing. Yeah,
I'm gonna be the Kalinda from The Good Wife, where she just, I feel like she was always doing the most.
I haven't
like
watched.
Wild stuff. You should watch.
I think I would like it.
She always has like her hair up in this clippy thing, and she's always wearing a leather jacket and like a cute little skirt. And yes,
I love that.
Amazing. Are law procedurals bratty?
Well, I think yes, because all those, like, if I watch Suits or something, they're all so obnoxious, which I mean is like a compliment. Like, that's the attitude of all these like procedural shows, right? It's like, and I think I'm right, and I think I'm right. Like, and then we just go from there, because you're like, who is actually right? It's great. I love it. Hire me to a procedural after that in-depth analysis of what they are. But yeah, I think Brat complimentary because everyone has capital S, capital O strong opinions and want to tell you, which I like. Every Shonda Rhimes show is bratty in complimentary. Yes.
Oh, fully. I will say, I weirdly associate Scandal with. You're familiar with Jimmy John's good old
yes
sandwich chain?
I'm familiar.
I used to order a nice little Jimmy John sandwich and watch the new episode of Scandal every week in college.
That sounds perfect. What a fantastic evening.
But anyway, yeah, okay. Just piggybacking off of that, we've both been watching Industry, a show we both love, which I think is finally starting to get some love because of that Succession void. People are seeing that parallel, and I'm kind of shocked that I have always felt like the show was not marketed to the degree that I expected it to be, right?
Definitely not.
Yeah, which is really surprising in many ways because of the kind of show it is. Yeah. But is pretending to know what's happening on Industry bratty?
No, I mean, especially the like economics of Industry, I'm like, I have no idea. Very, very Succession, like, where I'm like, I don't know what, even worse than Succession, honestly, like, because they will just go for like minutes on end describing something that I have no context for, but and similar to Succession, but it's the way they talk about it, where I don't have to, that's to me like part of what makes the show so good.
If it's
like,
good or bad.
Yeah, and I'm like, holy shit, the thing is happening at the place at the time, and now I'm all stressed, even though I have no idea whether it's actually good or bad. But that to me speaks to the strength of the show. Those are actually my favorite moments, when they're like on the trading room floor screaming at each other.
Yes.
what that says about me. We'll unpack it later. But like
hates the bear, so but loves the trading room floor. Ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly. I'm like, what line am I drawing here? Like, it makes no sense to me. But I love Industry. It's like Succession meets Skins.
It is, because it is a little bit more, it's soapier in that way, right?
It's definitely soapier. It's definitely sexier.
Yes.
Like, they're not
hammy.
afraid to go there.
So would you say Industry is brattier than Succession?
Yes.
I would say so too. Yes.
1000%.
Yes.
I would say Succession is bratty because, like, siblings
yes.
who are, you know, grown up 12-year-olds, yes. That's always going to be bratty. But these, like, the Industry kiddos are actually kiddos, though. So yes. that aids in the brattiness, is that they're just, like, actually too dumb to make right decisions, yes. which is very bratty and very
Absolutely.
An important life process.
Huge. And I think it's interesting they're really leaning into the hamminess, like what was it? I am a man and I am invincible or whatever. Like Eric has been like Eric has been huge brat this entire season. Before it was derogatory, to be honest. Now I'm like, Eric,
I love Eric. He may be my favorite character.
Yeah, same. His performance
so is stupid. I'm like, where did you come from? Yes. Yeah, I'm like, you are like Oscar level acting here. This is crazy. And that whole cast is like newcomers. But so they work together. This is an incredibly cast show.
It is.
Go casting.
It is. I mean, Ken Lund, right? That's who plays him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been in so many things. Like
it's my own ignorance.
No. You know, I also have such a okay, Freudian slip there. I have such a soft spot for him because I'm pretty sure he plays the bad guy in Rush Hour, and I always thought he was very hot.
Oh my god. Did he really? I haven't seen Rush Hour.
I think I had a thing for... I'm pretty sure. Okay, wow. We need to change that. But also, I think he was blonde in Rush Hour. Yes, I think I had a thing for blondes as a child, like Legolas and him.
Oh my god!
Like those were my guys.
Yeah. But of all the blondes to pick, like those are two fascinating ones. It's, you know, you would think of like, I don't know, someone from Baywatch.
No, I like a blonde and stealthy, apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently.
A little sneakster.
Oh my gosh. No, but he is one of the like veteran actors of the show, I would say. And
yeah.
I think he's had a really cool career, but I'm really glad that he is in this way getting his flowers.
You're no picnic. All right, you're a spoiled little brat even. But under that, you're the most amazingly astounding, wonderful girl ever known.
Okay, are gag gifts bratty?
Gag gifts. No, I think gag gifts just suck. Like, I don't, because brat implies there's some sort of, like, at least something interesting about them. I have never found a gag gift to be interesting.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, now I just have this thing I don't want.
But what if it's something you would actually use? It's fun. It is cute, but it is like there's a gimmick.
But then that to me isn't a gag gift.
Oh.
Like, then I'm like, oh, that's just like a cheeky gift. I think there's gag gift and then cheeky gift.
Okay. So how would you define this? Someone is turning 40 and you give them 4 t-shirts or 4 types of artisanal tea or 3 teas at a t-shirt.
Yeah, that's not a gag gift. A gag gift to me is something like stupid.
Okay.
And I'm like once, so we were doing like White Elephant, and the person who got me gave them all wrapped. It was this huge package full of wrapped things, and it was all the screeners, the free screeners that they got. Yeah, and I'm like,
that's not cool.
Yeah, and that to me is a gag gift. I'm like, yeah, this sucks. But it was also White Elephant, so like, I guess.
Oh, it's fine. But then it's like it's like that scene in The Office where someone gets an iPod.
Yeah, it's like, you're literally giving me your trash. Thanks. That sucks. No, but yeah, t-shirts I can use. T-shirts I can wear.
Yes, 100%. Okay, that's so interesting. Cheeky. All right, I like it. It is time for Brat Rapid Fire. And just for a little context, my cousins would always give people with like traditionally ethnic names white girl middle names because they thought it was funny. So I was called Isha Ann. And you know what? Okay. I have a feeling you would be Keerthi Marie.
Not Marie.
I think you're Marie.
Oh, well, I mean, my middle name is Monique, so you're not like, you're in the right family. No, I take great offense to that. Marie is so basic. I simply cannot. That's actually, so I've gone like up and down with my own middle name because I'm like, Keerthi Monique, what a fucking insane
But
name.
it's the brattiest name. That is a Brat's doll name. I love it.
I've come around to it in like, Monique is very much, I think, my essence. Like when I reflect.
It's one of my favorite things about you that your last name,
so
that your middle
bizarre.
name is Monique. That your middle name is Monique. That you at one point in your life went by Monique.
Yeah, my nickname in high school was Mo.
Yeah. And I literally, it's one of my favorite things about you. Favorite.
Like, friends from that era still call me it.
Yeah.
You know?
I have
it's a part
no
of my story.
idea. Yeah, it is. It is literally part of the fabric of your being, Monique. And it's
on my birth certificate.
It is. And I love that because I have no idea what mine would be. But that brings me to my rapid fire. So today's subject is white girl middle names. Okay.
Oh, this one's good. Okay.
And you know, you've already just lurched away when I said Marie.
No,
so
I will not take that on. I don't accept it.
We're actually starting with Marie. So all right, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
And we mean this all with love, guys. Like if you have, she's like, I don't.
Yeah, like, or we don't, or I don't, you know, like, no, I love your white middle names.
Yes,
they're great.
We love them. It's just that it sometimes felt like if my name was Isha Elizabeth, it would be a little funny. It would be because
that would be funny
because there is like a floweriness to that name. You know what I mean? Like yeah. Oh, I know it. Isha Millicent.
Oh yeah, that's good. That like reminds me of Minions or something.
Yeah, I'm kind of down. Oh my god. All right, are we ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Brat Rapid Fire begins now. All right, Keerthi, Marie or Grace?
In terms of brattier, Grace.
Okay, Grace or Rose?
Grace.
All right, Grace or Anne?
Grace.
Grace or Elizabeth?
Grace.
Grace or Faith?
Faith.
Okay, Faith or May?
May, like M-A-Y?
M-A-Y, M-A-E, whatever.
Who knows? Faith.
Or M-E-I-G-H.
You know, right. Dealer's choice.
Faith or Lynn?
Lynn.
Okay. There was emotion behind that one.
Hell yeah.
You know a Lynn at Kroger for sure.
I've met, I think, about 50 Lynns in my life. That is such an Ohio white woman name.
I can see the hair, but yes, for sure.
Yes, yeah.
Lynn or Renee?
The thing is, Renee is brat complimentary. Lynn, it's got tinges of brat derogatory to it, yes. So this is tough. I'm gonna go Renee. Yes. I'm gonna go Renee.
Renee or Jane?
Renee.
Wow, Renee it is.
Renee. I'm probably getting like mind warped by Renee Rapp, and she's very bratty. Huge compliment. Yeah. But also Renee has a little accent on it, and I think accents are very bratty.
Yes.
Like when you, and also we're invoking the French, and maybe it's the Monique in me, you know? And that just gives brat to me.
Yes.
A little bit of attitude. So Renee, you win. It's Renee.
Congratulations. I mean, yeah, Renee Rapp, Renee Zellweger.
Right, like when you think of these people, you're like, yeah. That girl's a brat.
Yeah. Or that guy from Bridgerton who is also a Renee with one E.
Oh yeah, and he like quit because he was over it, which is so bratty.
Yes,
like you left
huge.
the hottest show on television because you were like, I'm kind of just done with this.
Yeah, I
good. Love it. Yes. Yeah, I'm good. He literally said, I'm good, and backed away.
Grace lasted a long time.
Because Grace is such an undercover name, similar to Faith. It's like, on the surface, you think I'm like calm, cool, collected. But underneath, it's craziness. I've never met a perfectly stable Grace or Faith. They have demons.
Yes. Although, to be fair, the one Grace, the only person I can think of with the name Grace right now is Grace Jones, who is an icon. But still, that's Brat complimentary.
Yeah, Brat complimentary. She may be one of our greatest brats of all time.
Ever. Brat Hall of Fame.
Grace add Grace Jones. Grace Jones to Brat Hall of Fame.
Probably number one. Yeah. Absolutely. Faith, I'm like Faith Hill. Hope and Faith. You know?
Yeah.
I think undervalued name. Although, here's the difference. Hannah is generally a first name. Right?
Yes.
It's not so much a middle name. I like a Hannah. Hannah packs a punch too. It's like
I love the name Hannah. I think it's very pretty.
I think it's a great name.
Big Hannah fan.
Yes. Jane is also a brat name though to me though, because I'm like Jane the Virgin, Jane Goodall. Jane says that band.
I like. Oh yeah, the Janes.
Yes.
I and this is my bad. I have not come across many Janes in my life. Oh, but then I think Jane is definitely a brat, and I love her. Jane Austen, probably a brat. Definitely a brat.
Like 100% brat.
100% brat. Oof, she's a Hall of Famer. I just haven't had the pleasure of being around that many Janes.
I don't think I personally know a single Jane.
Yeah, it's not really our generation, but definitely the generation above us.
Yeah.
Like all the Lyns I know are adults. Sorry, I guess I'm an adult too.
Yeah, no, but like older than us.
Yeah,
for sure. No, for sure. I feel like Jane, I think of like Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah.
You know? But yes. Anyway, shall we move on to Brat of the Week?
Let's do it. Isha, who is your Brat of the Week?
Well, we were talking about gag gifts versus cheeky gifts.
Yes.
And my Brat of the Week are these foot socks.
Yes, the foot socks.
Like, I
put that in cheeky gift.
I would say so.
You can wear socks.
You can wear socks, and they don't make me gag. So, like,
those are so funny. Which foot is your favorite?
First of all, I like them because I can pretend maybe that I don't have bunions for a day. Don't get at me, wiki feet. Okay.
No, bunions are bratty, complimentary. Except when they're painful.
Okay, so there's this.
And for those who cannot see on the visual medium, what Isha is holding up are socks that have like different footwear on them. So when she puts them on, it will look like she is not wearing socks. It will look like she is exposed.
It will look like I am
like we're talking toes and sandals are printed onto these socks.
Yes, certainly. I think they have a real East Asian like auntie vibe to them, motif, which I like.
Yeah,
I do like that. I think you should work at QVC. This next one is
I would love it. Yes, QVC, if you're hearing this, I would love that job. Describing a sock and I get paid for it.
I can't tell if I like this, but I think it's my favorite.
So yeah, Isha's holding. Is that an owl in like the center of it? So it's like a
Oh
sandal
my God,
that
it
has an
is!
owl. Yeah, the clasp or whatever, the middle part of the sandal is an owl, and that's fantastic because I've literally never seen that before.
I didn't know it
ever.
was even possible, and it's
And this sock proves to us that it is.
yes, sock sandal. But yes,
Sock sandal.
so those are my brats of the week. Shout out every
That's a
single one
great
of
selection.
them.
Those
Yes.
are very bratty.
Yes.
My brat of the week is a human person. Like I mentioned, I was watching that Netflix documentary and really engrossed me because like you can tell so much of it is like produced and there must have been a lot on the cutting room floor. But the reason I wanted to watch it was because there's an Indian girl in this
I keep
super
hearing
group.
about her. Yep.
Yes. So and she wears a bindi and has like from the very beginning of the training program. So this isn't like something she put on or anything like that.
Yeah.
But like they do a little like video package of her and she's from LA and like her parents are so supportive and like she's getting ready for prom and they're trying to like figure out which like jhumkas she should wear. It's like so cute and she's Tamil, so I obviously relate to her in that way too. And she's like 20, her name's Laura. She's so cool. She is just like the coolest brown girl I've ever seen in my life. I hope she goes solo so I like Cat's Eye, I think they're fun, but her personality just pops off. I want her to be celebrated individually and eventually once they disband she will, but her attitude is so like I can't even imagine being 20 and having that much self-confidence, but I watch her and I'm like, go girl, go, like you got this. And her aesthetic is very brat, very like Charlie brat.
Okay, I need to watch this documentary. I'm intrigued. Is she like a Normani vibe or a Camila Cabello?
Oh, not Camilla.
Okay.
No. Okay. Definitely Normani. No, and she like amazing dancer as they all are, but like vocals boots the house down. Like she can fucking sing, dude. And I am here for it. No, I think, and like she doesn't come in until towards like the middle. That's the other thing. Like they rotate through girls. So like some girls will be sent home and then new ones will come in. So like you're always kept on your toes. And mind you, these girls are literally, the youngest was 14. Like they are children.
Oh no.
It's like watching it, I'm like, what the fuck? They're gonna have some things to unpack later in life. But Laura is just like cool as fuck. Like I want to be Laura when I grow up. I have got like whatever she has, like it's truly that like intangible star quality that I think Charlie has too. Like you can't put your finger on it, but she just jumps off the screen. Laura, if you hear this, my brown queen, I love you.
And I will soon.
And Isha will soon. See, but the problem is there was this other Indian girl and she was Australian, but they were not pitted against each other. But at the finale episode, the other Indian girl, whose name I forget, was like, I think it's gonna be Laura because like I don't think they'll have two Indian girls in the group.
Oh no.
Because there was an element of fan voting in it as well, and she's like, I think if one brown girl's gonna get in, it's gonna be Laura. And she says it so like matter-of-factly. And I'm like, that is so heartbreaking. And
really
it ended up being true. Yeah. And I was like, that's really sad. But was she wrong? I don't think so.
No, I hate it when we're right about stuff like that.
I know, right? So that ended on a sad note, but everyone look up Laura from Cat's Eye. She's so cool. I'm a big fan.
I love it. I have to watch You Have Inspired Me. I'm for sure into it.
Yeah, I think you'd like it.
I think I would love it. Well, I feel like I've learned a lot today.
I have too.
We've unpacked a lot, Keerthi, Monique.
This has been a really educational episode.
It really has.
Huge Brats.
It really has.
One of our most intellectual episodes.
Like I'm saying, catch us on National Public Radio. Someday.
We'll be there.
On
all right,
June 9th,
Isha.
2069. Sorry. Yes,
Hey.
you were saying you were maturely outroing us.
I was trying to maturely outro us. Then we got some 6ix9ine implications in the chat. And as your elder, I have to say, my girl.
Well done.
Let us high five.
Nice. Yeah.
Isha, I think this has been a very successful episode of Huge Brats.
I'm think
so proud
so
of us,
too.
as always.
Yes, so proud of us and these socks. And you can catch us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, wherever you get your podcasts as well. But follow us on all of our socials at Huge Brats Podcast. And we will see you soon. Thank you for listening.
And if you're a fan, maybe write us a review.
Yeah, write us a review, like, subscribe, follow. You know what to do.
All right, bye, Isha. Bye, Brat.
Bye, Brat.